Welcome back to Game On, where we use sports and athletics to talk about anything related to mental health. Okay, let's talk rivalries. There are so many classic rivalries. I'm going to just use my experience, being from Chicago. You got Bulls Knicks, which Bulls overwhelmingly won. You have Bears Packers, which unfortunately were on the losing end, and I should wear a paper bag over my head being a Bears fan right at this current moment. You have Cubs Cardinals, Cubs Brewers, and now we're at the end of the tail end of the baseball season, trying to get into the playoffs, and all these rivalries like really come to the surface. Now, what do we get out of rivalries, and why are they actually important? Well, it's almost like we need something to push against in order to push harder. If you remember, we had a video once we were talking about The Last Dance, and Michael Jordan would have to he needed to find ways to almost get angry at someone to get him to fuel. And you could talk about different layers to rivalries: the fan experience, the player experience, and so maybe there's like a camaraderie. But when you have this, like, we're united to go against the other, or there's this perceived, they're the bad ones, and we have to like vanquish them and overcome them. It gets us riled up, and they slighted us, and somehow we get to like dig deeper and go to this, next level of pushing. And I think there's some truth to that. And in a way, there's nothing wrong with that, of trying to tap into something that's going to help motivate us and, push us on a team level. But we do this all the time, sort of creating internally these these rivalries, whether it's against something else that I want to overcome. It could be a workout or someone, and we thrive on competition. So I think rivalries can be really, really helpful. It can, again, create this bonding, can help push us to the next level. So at which point does it become unhelpful, right? So sports is sports, and for some people it's a profession, some people it's a hobby and it's something that's enjoyment, and for some people it's like it becomes life. At which point does it become unhelpful is when it's taken like it means more than it actually is, or we're perceiving someone as a rival, as an enemy, as someone who's slighting and hurting me, when that's not actually the case. So it's helpful. It's a tool. That's the essence of this, is that rivalries are a tool. And when it becomes harmful is that when we're anticipating and we're assuming and perceiving that someone or something is a rival, and then I'm on the defensive or on the offensive, anticipating such a slight, that I wind up doing something that's regrettable, or I'm hyper vigilant. I'm so hyper focused on trying to prevent that other from slighting me that I can get angry, I can get aggressive, or I'm always feeling slighted. And if we're able to be like objective about it, it's like we're actually more alike than you think. I hate to break it to you, I'm more alike with a Green Bay Packer fan than maybe I'd like to admit. Like, we both enjoy football and we both want to win, and like we're all more alike than sometimes we'd like to admit. So it becomes unhelpful when we anticipate and assume and perceive that someone or something is a rival. And I'll even add to that even internally, we turn it on ourselves, and where we become our own rivals. Might sound a little deep, and we're trying to like vanquish ourselves. And again, if we go down this rabbit hole where we're getting stuck in like, oh, there's this rival, they're out to get me, and everyone's out to get me, and I need to go attack, and I need to protect myself, and we wind up going down get into a real dark place, and we either get stuck there and we don't get to live our present lives, and in a worse situation, we wind up doing something that we really regret. I know that's not what you think of when it comes to rivalries, but like I'm trying to take from the concept of rivalries, which could be an amazing tool, and it can also turn into something that's unhelpful. Hope you enjoyed. Please take a second, like it, share it, comment on it. Every little bit helps.